Hello everyone, welcome to my podcast, The Hidden Power. I'm your host, Dr. Susan Koruthu. The topic for today is how to adjust and adapt to any situations or challenges in your life. As we all know, our life brings a lot of events and challenges to experience and learn from. And to be effective in your life, you should be able to adjust and adapt to your life situations. How we can adjust or adapt to any situation? Most of us find it difficult. First and foremost, you should be able to understand, assess your emotions and its impact in your life. When you are understanding your feelings, you can assess it in the right way and put that particular emotion under the right category. Let us see how we can do that. To adapt to any situation, you should be in the normal state of mind. A forceful adaptation will break you or others that may be beyond repair. If you are not in your normal state of mind, and if you are angry, frustrated, irritated, stressed, anxiety can cause a lot of damages for you and others in your life. Let us understand our emotional mind more in detail. I would like to compare our emotional mind, which also called as fluid intelligence, to water. It is very easy to understand our emotional state when compared with water. We all know that the water has three states: cold, normal, and hot. Similarly, our emotions also has three states: cold, normal, and hot. Now, the two most powerful and strong emotions are fear and anger, which can be used for constructive or destructive purposes. You can compare fear as the cold form of emotion. Normally we say when you are afraid, you are extreme fear, you say, I was frozen with fear. So that means fear is a cold emotion. Anger, on the other hand, is a hot emotion. As you normally say, I was burning with anger or I was boiling with anger. So similarly, the water states, the cold, normal, and hot. Now we have the cold emotion as fear and the hot emotions are emotion as anger. And there is a normal or warm emotion state where you are bringing your emotion to the normal or warm level. The emotions that are coming under hot categories are, I will give you a few examples. You know that anger is the hottest one. Then your envy, jealousy, frustration, anger, and irritations are some of the hot emotions. And the cold categories are, as you know, the fear is the coldest. And sad, disappointment, hurt, guilt, shame, all are coming under the cold category. But here what we are taking is the fear and anger as the coldest and the hottest form of your emotions. And when you are in this state of emotion, you will not be able to adjust or adapt to any situations. When you look at the water, you have the frozen state of water, the normal state of water, and the boiling state of water. When the water is in the normal state or in the warm state, you can pour that into any container. It's poured into any place. It just gets the shape of that particular container, or that wherever it is poured into, maybe it's on a table or it is on in the soil or wherever it start to take or adjust and absorb by the environment, or it takes the shape of any container you are pouring that particular water into. Now, in the same way, let us see how the emotions are. Now, when you are in the frozen state. And before that, let's see how the normal state is. The normal state is when you feel peaceful and you have acceptance to the situation and acceptance of the situation, and you're comfortable, you're at least okay, you can manage it, and that is where we say, okay, your normal state, you can adjust and adapt. But when you are in the frozen state, that means you can see the water is in the shape of ice cubes. When you try to put into any container, you first of all, you want the container's mouth to be in the size of the ice cubes, or otherwise it will not enter in there. And otherwise it has to be melted, like you unfreeze it and then it can go inside, or it will not take the shape of the container when you put it into a container. And similarly, when the water is boiling state, it will not, again, if you pour it into any container, if it is a glass or a plastic, it can destroy the container, and it can burn our hands or whatever it is. So you know that both the states are not good when you are both the state of water is not the right state to pour it into any other container or any other place. It will stay as it is, and it will not adjust with the situation unless and until it's the hottest or the coldest level brought into the normalcy. That when the water become cold or the cold become warm, and then in a normal state, it can be poured into any container, and it can take the shape of that container. Similarly, when you are in the fear, you will not be able to adjust to any situation. And when you are angry, you may destroy the entire situation or those people who are involved in that particular situation. Your fear is cold. That means cold means you can't just do anything. You are frozen. You will not be able to be effective in any situation. So fear is self-harming more than other harming. Okay, there is harm because you are not able to adjust. There will be definitely interpersonal relationship can have the bad effect of your fear, but it's more of self-harming than other harming. But on the other contrary, the hot emotion, that means when you are burning with anger, when you are really hot in anger, it can be destructive to yourself as well as others. So it is destructive to both you and others. So when you are saying, I am capable of handling my emotions and then I can adjust my situation, you definitely need to be bringing or managing your emotions well to be effective in any situation. And you should be adjusting and adapting to that situation, and where you must bring your fear or anger into a calm situation. And how do you do so? You know that when the water is really hot, you can add some cold water to bring it into the normalcy. And when the water is too cold, you can put some hot water and bring it to the normalcy. Similarly, when you are too angry, you can add some fear, like angrily, you are destroying something, then put the fear as what is the consequences that you are going to face. The severity of the consequence can create a fear in you. You just put your anger into a normalcy level and you can bring it down. Similarly, when you are cold and frozen with fear, you can put some anger. You can ask yourself the questions that, how do you move ahead? What will happen if you stay like this for a longer period of time? You have to come out of this cold state and do something, do some action. Those kind of conditions that you can give. And once you are in the warm or normal state of emotions, you will be able to adjust and adapt to any situations. And emotions management and adapting to any situation is the most essential skills to lead a successful life. Never take any decision or perform any actions when you are in extreme emotional state. Ensure that you understand your feelings and do accurate emotional assessment at any stage to maintain yourself in the normal or warm emotional state. The hidden power will make your personal transformation easy and flawless. Listen to the Hidden Power podcast every day to empower your life. This is your host, Dr. Susan Koruthu. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, live well and laugh more. May God bless us all.